So lately there's been little periods where I can't seem to find myself. There's there's no engine or whatever. Look inside and see nothing. There's just the seeing. So small periods. Not out of meditation, not coerced, not asking, just looking and not seeing, you know, like when you were saying looking for the self is a ludicrous notion. You know? Yeah, so that's nice. Probably
Beautiful.
just stress.
Yeah. There is already no self to look for. It's an assumption. It's just the thought constructs that seems to be believed in. The separate self, I would say, is just a story that seems to run in the background. Yet there is no real background that the story of a separate self can run. Even that too is um, it's just a story. So I would say the separate self is just an appearance that never even appeared. So there is no separate self to look for. There is no separate self to match with the whole, the wholeness, to match with everything. There is no separate self even to fall away. So the separate self has never been found. The separate self can never be found. It doesn't exist as separate from everything. It is just already that which is whole and complete, appearing as what seems to be a separate self. So there's no actual separate self to do anything, to worry, to face problems, to come out of problems, to solve anything, to ask any question, or to keep quiet. There's just this appearing as everything, appearing as stories, different stories, assumptions, imaginations. So all these are just concepts. Even to say there is an imagination, It's just a word, you know. Even just to talk about the separate self, it's just a concept. There's really nothing here. Even to say wholeness, everything, no, those are just empty words. There's really nothing here. Yet it appears as everything. So it can never be found by anyone because there's no one already. There's only this itself as everything, no separation. There are no others to know that there's no one here. There are no others to be set free from the illusion of a separate self or the illusion of separation. There are already no others. There's no one listening. There's no one getting what is being spoken here. There's no one who's going to listen to this message. And this isn't really a message. There are no words. This is wordless. So there's just seeing, and there's nothing to see. There's no one to see, just empty seeing, and nothing is seen already. Seeing something is just an appearance, just a story. Even to say there is a there's a computer screen, there's a house, building, or trees, you know, that's that's not true, if I may say. There's really nothing here. Yet in the story, it may seem as if there is a real something, there's a real object with the name. There is a real story. Somebody going through something, somebody feeling pain, emotional pain, somebody who's about to commit suicide. All those are just stories. Or you can say it's just that which can never die, appearing as what seems to be somebody who's about to commit suicide or somebody who's going through a lot of emotional pain, suffering, being happy or not. So exactly what seems to be happening or not is already what is being longed for. This is already what is being longed for. Even the longing itself and that which is being longed for and the one who seems to be longing is just simply that which is being longed for. It's just this. It is whole. There's no separation. It is whole and complete. It is empty, yet full. It can never be discovered by anyone. It can never be found by anyone because it's just what it is. There's nothing separate from it to discover it, to find it, or to become one with it. It's just is. It's just the way it is. This is already not true. It is this appearing as talking. It is this appearing as listening, appearing as space, parent objects, the movement, emotions, critical thinking. It is everything, yet it's nothing. So when questions seem to appear, there's already no one who's asking a question. It is this asking a question. It is this giving an answer. But yet there is no real answer that can be given because what seems to be the question is already the answer. It is silence, undisturbed silence, appearing as a question, also appearing as an answer. All is silence already. So something longing, that seems to be separate, longing for this is already this. So there's no real separate thing to long for this. It's just this already, appearing as somebody longing, the longing itself, appearing as something that's being longed for, which is already itself. This can't be described. This can't be known. This can't be gotten because it's already wholeness. It's already whole and complete. It's already everything. There is no separation. There's nothing separate to get it or lose it or become one with it. It's just it's so in this silence, there can be just appearances. Pain may appear and disappear. Silence appearing as pain and disappearing back to itself as silence. Appearing as emotional pain. Appearing as thoughts of giving up. Appearing as movement. Silence appearing as thoughts. Appearing as compulsive thinking. Appearing as a question. Appearing as an answer. It's all just already silence. There's nothing outside of silence. to know about silence. There's just silence. Even appearing as what seems to be something that is outside of silence, but it's still silence. There's no inside or outside. It's all just one. Undivided wholeness, vastness. There is no end to this. This has never begun. Therefore, it doesn't end, never ends. This isn't a thing that can be found. This isn't a thing that can be lost. It can never be remembered or forgotten. If it were to be remembered or forgotten, then who is there to do that? Who can remember it and forget it? If all there is this, who can remember it and forget it? Who can lose it? Who can find it? Who can become one with it? So I can say the becoming is already this. The losing is already this. The finding is already this. All expression is already wholeness expressing. So all expression are beautiful, even when in the story they seem to be bad, good or bad. But this is just a story. There's no good, there's no real good or bad. Everything is neutral already. This isn't going anywhere. This isn't coming from anywhere. There isn't anyone who's going to find this or lose this. There's just this. Even before the words may appear, even before thoughts may appear, there's just this already. There are no questions. Yeah. There are no answers. Yeah. It's just this. There's nowhere to get to. There's nothing to find. There's no one to lose anything. There's just simply boundlessness, wholeness, everything, neutrality. So asking questions is just an appearance in this. This is already here. And not even that. This isn't a thing. Even to say this is something, it doesn't really matter to this, because everything is this. No matter what is being spoken here, it won't change this. Even when it is said that there's no this, there is this. Really, words don't matter because this is wordless. Even somebody saying, but this isn't a complete truth. There is an ultimate truth to find. It doesn't touch this. This remains undisturbed because it is also appearing to say that those words. It is that which appears to say there is an ultimate truth. This isn't the real truth. It is this already saying those words. It is this appearing as somebody or what seems to be somebody appearing as a story, which is already empty. So it doesn't mind stories. It doesn't mind what is being spoken, what is being said. It doesn't mind. It doesn't mind itself because there is only itself. There's nothing separate from it. To know it, to be able to know if what is being spoken is the truth or not. There's nothing separate from it. It's already. So somehow there's really nothing to be done. There's really nowhere to get to. There's really um, nothing to fix or to get rid of. There's no one to be quiet. There's nothing to look for. There is that innocent saying, it is seen by no one. So I would say there's no one to get it because there's only it. You can't get it because you are it already. There can only be a noticing that there's never been anyone, just this, simply this. But there's no actual person to notice that. It's just simply, it's just a simple noticing which doesn't belong to anyone. So there can never be a celebration that, oh, I've been looking for this for years. Now I've found it. This isn't a thing that can be found and celebrated because when this seems to be found, then it is also seen that there is no one to celebrate because there wasn't anyone in the first place who was looking for it.
So what good is this noticing? What good is it?
Sorry?
What good is this noticing? What's it good for? What difference does it make? Why bother this noticing?
Well, there's no difference. There's no one here who can notice it. They can be just noticing or not. It doesn't really matter. Because in the first place, there's no one here to do anything.
So as wholeness to wholeness,
Sorry?
as wholeness to wholeness, why bother noticing?
Well, anything may arise here. A desire to notice may seem to spring forth from this, but the desire itself doesn't belong to anyone. It is this um, thinking that it separates from itself. Then, when those thoughts appear, and it may seem as if there is a real separate somebody, of which there is no real separate somebody. It's just this appearing to play a game with itself, playing a game of separation, playing a game of remembering and forgetting, or pretending, if I should say. Then, when it is recognized that there's no one here, there's just this, something seems to say, oh, what a joke. I've always been myself. Yet there's nobody there, you know.
What a joke, huh?
It is. It is. It's just playing hide and seek with itself, with its own self. Yet, see, in the process of seeking, you know, it may seem as if it doesn't really know itself. But when it is seen that there's all there is itself, then there can be that's a wow, wow moment, if I should say. Wow, always been myself. No, but not that there's an actual separate person who says such words. Sometimes they can be just simply noticing in no words at all. Just simply noticing. And there's nothing to do about it. There's no celebration. There can be a continuity of the apparent character, you know, living life as well, going to work, taking care of the family. But that can never be registered as it can never be registered as being done by a real separate somebody. It's just what seems to be happening. They can be just going to work happening, having a meeting in the boardroom happening, coming back from work happening, greeting a wife happening, playing with kids happening. Everything is empty. Even when the assumption that there is a real separate individual is not there, things may still continue. The story may seem to continue, but there will be that ordinariness. Somehow there is no pretense, everything is just straight. Everything is spoken as it is. And like when there is a belief that there is a separate self, there'll be a lot of pretense happening, which isn't good or bad, it's just what's happening. It's also an expression of this. There's no judgment. It is already unconditional love, expressing as everything. There's no wrong or right. Yeah. So it is a play. There are different realms that have been created, if I should say, to play, for this to play as different characters going up and down. It's beautiful. Every every uh every realm is beautiful. Every expression is beautiful. Every character is beautiful. There's no death. There's just simply life expressing. In this appearing as a soul, some they say higher self. It is just this. There are different expressions, physical, or what appears to be physical expressions, which at the end of the day, everything is just simply energy. But in the story, you may call it physical expression, spiritual expression without the body, the souls, but it's just this expressing as a soul. Some expressing as giants, or this expressing as giants, expressing as dragons, spiritual beings, angels, demons. There are no limitations, but it's just unconditional love. It's just this field of energy expressing as everything. It's more like when you decide to play a video game, you can take a certain character to play then during the play, you do all it takes to protect that character from being hurt or from being destroyed. So when the character gets destroyed, there'll be that uh, emotions, feeling bad in a way. But the more you play the game, it seems as if you have taken that character. That character has become you, you know. Then when the character seems to end, there's a lot of emotional pain going on there in the video game. So it's the same as here. This is just a game of where you came from. It's just a game. When you exit the game, then the, the apparent remembrance, apparent memory coming back. Oh, I've always been this. I've never been that thing, that body over there. I've always been myself. Then also recognizing from that there's only everything. There is not even that uh, um, if I should say subtle self. Even the subtle self is just it's just a story. It's not even there. There's only wholeness. The character dies in the video game that is played, then it dies in the physical realm. This one, then it wakes up as a soul, and then it vanishes, and then it recognizes itself that it's everywhere, it's everything. It is a play. It doesn't need to be taken seriously. No. It can be taken seriously, yet taking it seriously is also a play.
As I get older, I think that boredom plays a huge motivating factor in our lives that people don't acknowledge.
Boredom.
Boredom.
Yeah.
I think if you went out there and like interviewed like criminals all over the world and got right to what is actually motivating them, it would be boredom.
Yeah. I see what you uh, get what you're saying.
Nobody liked the boring video game, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So I guess I ask again, what benefit is the noticing? Why notice that you're playing a video game? Isn't the purpose of playing a video game not to notice that you're playing a video game?
Well, there's no purpose, if I should say. It's just what seems to arise. There's no why. It's just what's happening.
It makes things easier, though.
Sorry?
It makes things easier. The noticing makes things easier and more enjoyable.
Yeah. You can say that in the apparent character or in the apparent story, it may seem as if really it's making things easier, you know? But things easier for the apparent self, which isn't really there. And it is always noticed that it's never there. But somehow it's overlooked. The noticing is overlooked. There's really no effort to make to notice. The noticing is effortless and obvious because this can never be remembered or forgotten. I can say there's always noticing, and somehow the overlooking. It's more like space, the apparent space. The space somehow is overlooked. People are always paying attention to the objects in space rather than space. No one has ever appreciated space or compliment space. Oh, this space is beautiful. There are always objects in mind, that which can be seen, being appreciated. Oh, I love that suits. I love those clothes. I love those turkeys. I love that car. I love the tree. What about the space? So I would say noticing is more like space. There's always noticing. There's nobody to do it, to notice or not. It's just noticing. So, excuse me, it is always believed that today is Tuesday. It is always believed that it's 2025. It is always believed that now the time is, I don't know, 3:40. But, where is it? Where is today? Where is Tuesday? Where is 2025? Where is even the one who believes that today is Tuesday? All is imagined. And there's no work to do it, to do the imagination. So there's never been anything to complement. There's never been anything to find. There's never been anything going anywhere. There's never been families. There's never been a child, brother, sister, daughter, the world. There's no world. All is imagined by no one. When there is so much belief invested in the separate self, in the person, then it may seem as if they are real others. Others. To believe that they are others, it can be believed that they are others. It is believed that there is a separate self, there is a real person. But when it is seen that there is no person, then there are no others. All products vanish, they disappear. They don't even disappear. It is recognized that they were never even there. In the same way, it is recognized that there wasn't any person in the first place or separate self. All that is seen is just everything. Wholeness, seeing nothing, yet seeing nothing is seeing itself in a way. Yet, even the belief in the separate self is also this. It's just a play, just a dream without the dreamer to wake up. Nobody wakes up. Yeah. Only a recognition that just a dream. In the same way, tomorrow can never be reached. Therefore, even today can never be reached, can never be found. Then there is no yesterday. There is a clear seeing that all those are just imagined. No. Yes, everything is this. Seeing that there is no tomorrow, no today, no yesterday is this. Seeing that or believing that there is tomorrow, there is today, and there is yesterday is already everything, is already wholeness. There's no separation.
Okay, and Kosi, uncle. Do you know that expression, uncle?
No.
Probably not. No. Used to be like used to be kids would if kids got into fights, they the one that was winning would make the one that was losing say uncle. Say uncle. Uncle.
I've never heard of this one.
You never heard of that. No, it probably doesn't translate very well to South Africa. I guess it's like tapping out or whatever. I don't know what they do in UFC stuff, but I give up.
Yeah. Oh, I know it's happening out here. You know.
Pardon?
Yeah, I know it's happening out. I've seen
Right.
one of the fights,
Yeah.
the UFC.
Okay. I will see you next Tuesday.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.